So many people have asked me whether they should buy a Ninja, Cosori or Philips air fryer that I've decided to do a video to run you through the pros and cons of all three. So if you're tossing up between a Ninja Foodie Dual Zone, whether the max or the regular size, a Philips 3000 series or a Cosori dual basket, by the end of this video you will know which one is the best. So first of all, a little explanation about why I've picked these three brands in particular. Ninja and Cosori are the best sellers in the UK. Ninja has an almost cult-like following, Cosori is slightly less well known but is in a strong second place, and Philips developed the first air fryer along with a Dutch engineer called Fred van der Wijk. I've reviewed all three of these air fryers separately and I consider them to be well designed and constructed. But this video puts the three air fryers up against each other and will give you a definitive answer about which one I think you should buy. If you're looking for answers about particular things, I've divided this video up into sections and you can see the times on the screen right now and in the description. So if you want to skip ahead for particular answers, or indeed just to find out which one I recommend without knowing why, you can do that. So let's look at capacity first. There are two Ninja Foodie air fryers, but in this video I'll be talking about the Foodie Max, which is the larger of the two and is closer in capacity to the Philips and the Cosori. The Cosori is 8.5 litres, the Philips is 9 and the Ninja Foodie Max is 9.5 litres. Looking at the Cosori and the Ninja drawers side by side, the Cosori's drawer is wider and lower than the Ninja's, even though it has a smaller capacity, which I found gives you more usable space, particularly when you consider you aren't supposed to pile food on top of each other in the drawer, so more surface area is more useful. The Philips, on the other hand, is an asymmetrical model, so it has one drawer larger than the other. Here's what those drawers look like next to the Cosori and the Ninja. So from left to right, we now have 3 litres, 4.25 litres, 4.5 litres and 6 litres. And here's how the heights of all four drawers differ. People will have differing opinions about the asymmetrical setup for air fryers, but I really like it. I found the extra capacity on the larger drawer is more than worth the trade-off of the smaller capacity on the second drawer. So for usable capacity alone, I would rank these air fryers as follows: Philips first, Cosori second, and Ninja third. Next, let's look at warranties, guarantees and customer service. You'll hear me referring to both warranties and guarantees. Technically, warranties have legal standing and guarantees don't, but I found manufacturers tend to use the two terms interchangeably, and I've not seen any indication that you're in a worse position if you've bought from a manufacturer who offers a guarantee rather than a warranty. Ninja offers a 2-year guarantee. 1 year of that is provided automatically when you purchase, and the second year you need to register for within 28 days of purchase. If you have a problem, you can call or email Ninja and they have software which allows them to view your appliance and the problem remotely via the camera on your mobile. Replacement parts or appliances are usually sent out quickly and efficiently. Cosori air fryers come with a 2-year warranty, seemingly without having to register the product, but I would always advise that you register just in case. If you have a problem, you need to email customer service with your details and ideally photos of your problem, and you'll generally get a response within 48 hours. Philips, like Cosori, has a 2-year warranty, and again, no indication that you need to register to get it. If you need help, you access that by completing a form on their website. Though all three brands have good after-sales service, Ninja's investment in people to answer phones and video technology puts them in the lead and makes them a clear winner in this round, with Cosori and Philips joint second. Next, a look at the functions of these air fryers and a quick rundown of their temperature and time range. Ninja's Foodie Max has a temperature range between 40 and 240 Celsius and can be programmed to run between 1 minute and 12 hours. Cosori has a slightly lower minimum on their jaw basket of 35 Celsius and a lower maximum of 230 Celsius, but it has a bigger time range that can be programmed for between 1 minute and an incredible 48 hours. The Philips 3000 series has the smallest temperature and time range with options between 40 and 200 Celsius and a duration between 1 and 60 minutes. So Cosori are first in this round, with Ninja second and Philips third. Next, it's energy consumption. I'm basing this round on my standard test where I run both drawers on air fry or the equivalent for 10 minutes at 200 Celsius. Though they all have different capacity and different wattage, if you work out how much power each uses per half litre of capacity, there is a difference. And if energy consumption is a factor for you, Philips is the winner, with Cosori second and Ninja third. Next, it's features. Most air fryers have a form of matched cooking, which is where you can program one drawer and duplicate the settings to the other side. All three models have this function. Then there's synchronized finish, where you can program the drawers for different times, but the air fryer will start the longer cook first and the shorter one will begin later so that they finish together. All three air fryers have this feature. Next is preheat. This is a tricky one. Both Philips and Ninja maintain you don't need to preheat, and tests I've done have more or less proved this, but people still ask for it. So I'm going to give Cosori a point for being the only one of the three to have this option for those who want it. And finally, Ninja is the only one of the three that doesn't have the option of a shake reminder. So Cosori wins on features, with Philips second and Ninja last. Still to come, I'm going to do a cook-off and discuss prices and common complaints about these models. But before I do that, a quick reminder that if you're finding this helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see more videos that help you choose and use your home appliances, then please do subscribe and hit the notifications bell. So next, it's price, and these are the recommended retail prices for all three, with £50 difference between the Philips and the Ninja, making Philips the winner on price. Next, a quick mention for instructions. Philips only provide a digital manual which you have to access via a QR code, which gets it off the website, or the app. Ninja provide a printed manual with several recipes and photos, and Cosori have a printed manual. So Ninja win here too, with Cosori second and Philips third. Now let's touch on some of the downsides of these models. This isn't a point scoring section, but I'm including it for your information. The only real downside to the Philips is that the bottom of the drawers aren't flat. Apparently this is part of the rapid air technology that helps hot air circulate in the drawers. But if you want to remove the basket and cook liquid dishes in it, it will be awkward. Cosori has a couple of irritations. Firstly, the timer doesn't pause counting down when you pull the drawer out. If you use preheat, the sink finish doesn't work, and you have to turn the preheat option off every time. And for Ninja, there have been complaints about the silver handles on the drawers, that they peel off if you put them in the dishwasher too frequently. Now finally, it's time for a cook-off. I took a batch of new potatoes, halved them, soaked them in water for 10 minutes, added a couple of squirts of oil, and then split the batch between 3 air fryers. This is what they looked like after 10 minutes at 200 Celsius. I used the roast setting on the Ninja and the Cosori and the manual setting on Philips. And it's marginal, but I think Ninja are the winner here, with no real difference between Philips and Cosori, who I will rank joint second. So who was the overall winner? Well, going through all the different sections, I awarded 3 points to each section winner, 2 to second place and 1 to third. And this is how it added up. Which means it's a very close race, but the data makes Cosori the winner if you can get past its irritations. And if not, Philips is a close second. If you want to dive in deeper to any of these three air fryers, the link to the individual review videos for them with footage of things I cooked in them and also a video which compares the capacity of the Ninja Dual Zone and the Dual Zone Max are in the description below. So I hope this video has been helpful. Please do drop your thoughts in the comments below and I'll see you for the next video.